Hello, my powerful Scorpios, and welcome to this urgent message for September 2025, a month where your abundance, your energy, and even your destiny are tied directly to the flow of the lunar cycle. And I need you to stay with me, because what you're about to hear is not a casual horoscope. It's a cosmic warning meant only for those ready to rise into their true power. So take a deep breath and lean in as the universe speaks through the September lunar cycle with a message of wealth, transformation, and breakthrough. Because in this month, your soul is standing at a crossroads where the full moon and new moon will act like portals, pulling you toward either release or renewal. And the choices you make will shape the way abundance flows into your life for the rest of the year. So if you've been waiting for that sign, if you've been asking for clarity, if you've been feeling an energy shift building under the surface, this is it, your September warning, your September horoscope reading. Your September astrology message is telling you that you cannot ignore the cycles of the moon, for they are amplifying your intuition, sharpening your awareness, and opening doors that once felt closed. And right now, as you watch, you're being guided to align with these energies so that love, prosperity, and spiritual guidance can finally find their way to you. And if you've been doubting whether your transformation is real, let this be the proof that September 2025 is the month you claim your abundance. For the Scorpio lunar cycle, September is your key, your compass, your cosmic message. And if you listen carefully, every phase of the moon will whisper the truth about who you are becoming. Scorpio, let's go deeper into why this September lunar cycle is so important for you. Because while many people look at the moon as simply phases in the sky, for you, it is a mirror of transformation. A cosmic calendar that dictates how your inner world shapes your outer abundance. And in September 2025, the energy is magnified in a way that cannot be ignored. So when we talk about the Scorpio lunar cycle September, we're talking about more than just a full moon and a new moon. We're talking about two pivotal gateways of energy that will test your focus, your intentions, and your emotional resilience. Because as a water sign, you are deeply affected by lunar tides. And every rise and fall of the moon stirs your emotions, your subconscious, and your spiritual growth. Meaning that this month is not just another horoscope reading, but a direct cosmic message for your soul. And the universe is saying pay attention. Because the abundance you've been waiting for, whether financial, emotional, or spiritual, depends on how you use this lunar alignment. So understand this. The full moon will illuminate what must be released, shining a light on the hidden patterns, relationships, or fears that keep you from claiming your Scorpio abundance. September 2025, while the new moon will offer you the clean slate you've been craving, the reset button that lets you plant new intentions and attract prosperity with clarity. And this warning is simple. If you ignore these cycles, if you let the energy shift pass you by without taking action, you risk carrying old baggage into the new season. But if you align with the lunar cycle, you will unlock transformation that sets you on a path of growth unlike anything you've seen before. So let this Scorpio September astrology message sink in, because the moon is not just passing through the sky, it is passing through you, reshaping your destiny. And this month, every Scorpio zodiac soul will feel the call to rise, to shed, to manifest, and to trust that abundance is waiting, but only if you step into rhythm with the lunar heartbeat of September 2025. Now, Scorpio, let's turn our attention to the full moon of September 2025, because this is where the universe begins to reveal the truth you cannot hide from, the light that exposes what has been buried. And for you, this full moon is not just a celestial event. It is a spotlight on your soul, illuminating the shadows that have held you back from the abundance you deserve. And this is why the phrase Scorpio September full moon carries so much weight this year, because its energy will demand that you release, surrender, and finally let go of patterns that no longer align with your higher path. And while that might sound daunting, it is actually the key to unlocking prosperity, because abundance cannot flow into a space cluttered with fear, resentment, or resistance, and the lunar cycle knows this, which is why it brings both illumination and release. So pay close attention to what surfaces around this time, because the emotions may feel heightened, the relationships may be tested, and even your finances or career could come under review. But rather than resisting, you are being called to honor the process, because what is leaving is making room for what must arrive. And this is where your Scorpio September astrology message becomes clear. Abundance is not just about what you attract, but also about what you're brave enough to let go of. So on this full moon, take time to journal, meditate, or even perform a simple ritual of gratitude and release. Because when you acknowledge what no longer serves you, you signal to the universe that you are ready to step into your true power. And this is how the energy shift September 2025 begins for you, Scorpio, with a cleansing, a shedding. A shedding is natural as the snake leaving behind its old skin. And though it may feel intense, the cosmic message is simple. This is not punishment. It is preparation. Because the more you release under this full moon, the wider the channel becomes for your Scorpio abundance September 2025. And soon you will see that the moonlight was never here to expose your weakness, but to reveal your strength, your courage, and your readiness to rise into transformation. Scorpio, after the intensity of the full moon has washed over you, the energy shifts into something equally powerful, yet very different. The new moon of September 2025. And this is where the universe hands you the brush and asks you to paint the future you desire. Because the new moon is the ultimate reset, a cosmic blank page, and for you, aligned with the sign of transformation. This is your chance to plant the seeds that will blossom into prosperity in the months ahead. And when we say Scorpio new moon, September 2025, it isn't just astrology jargon. It's a call to action. A reminder that abundance is a process that begins in the dark soil of intention before it ever shows in the light of manifestation. So use this time wisely, Scorpio, because the intentions you set now will determine the flow of energy until the end of the year. And if the full moon asked you to release, the new moon is asking you to dream, to declare, to command the universe with clarity. And this is why your Scorpio transformation September 2025 is so profound. Because you are not just closing old chapters, you are writing new ones. And in doing so, you claim the power of the lunar cycle as an ally instead of an obstacle. So how do you work with this new moon? Begin by grounding yourself. Meditation, prayer, or simply sitting under the night sky will attune you to the subtle cosmic rhythms. Then write down your intentions in the present tense, as if they are already yours, whether they relate to wealth, love, or spiritual guidance, because by speaking abundance into the present moment, you collapse the distance between desire and reality. And remember that this lunar cycle does not reward vague wishes. It rewards specific alignment, so dare to be clear, Scorpio. Dare to say exactly what kind of prosperity you are ready to manifest. And as you do, understand that this Scorpio September astrology message is urging you not to let doubt creep back in, because the new moon energy is fertile but delicate, and it responds to your focus, your faith, and your willingness to trust divine timing. So see this moment as a sacred contract between you and the universe. I promise that your Scorpio zodiac September 2025 journey will not be defined by chance, but by choice, by alignment, and by the courage to step into the unseen and say yes to the abundance that has always been waiting for you. Scorpio, now that we have explored the light of the full moon and the fertile soil of the new moon, let's step into the broader landscape of your September 2025 horoscope and uncover the deeper astrological message the cosmos is written for you, because this is where the puzzle pieces come together, and you begin to see how planetary movements, lunar cycles, and your own inner transformation weave into a single narrative of abundance and awakening. And when we speak of your Scorpio September horoscope 2025, we are not talking about shallow predictions. We are talking about the energetic blueprint that will guide your choices this month. And it begins with an intense alignment that stirs both opportunity and challenge. A moment where the universe tests your patience, your intuition, and your ability to act from wisdom instead of impulse. So understand that September brings you both blessings and warnings, and your task is to read the signs with clarity. For the message is this: abundance is on its way, but you must be prepared to hold it. And this is why the Scorpio September Astrology message speaks so clearly of balancing action with reflection, desire with discipline, and passion with patience. And for some of you, this could manifest as new financial opportunities, career shifts, or even unexpected offers that seem small but hold the potential to grow. While for others, it may appear as emotional breakthroughs, sudden clarity in relationships, or spiritual awakenings that reshape the way you view abundance itself. And this is where your Scorpio horoscope reading, September, reveals its truth. You are not meant to chase. You are meant to align, for the energy of this month is less about forcing and more about flowing, less about control and more about trust. And if you can surrender to that rhythm, you will find yourself guided into spaces of prosperity you didn't even imagine. So Scorpio, pay attention to synchronicities, to dreams, to repeating numbers or signs, because these are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Reminders that your cosmic message September 2025 is alive and speaking. And if you have been doubting whether your path is supported, let this be your sign that the universe is not against you. It is aligning you. And as long as you honor the lessons of the lunar cycle, you will see that your abundance was written in the stars long before you asked for it. Scorpio, let's talk about abundance in its truest sense, because too often the word gets reduced to money alone. But the Scorpio Abundance September 2025 message is far deeper. It speaks of wealth as a state of being, a vibration that includes love, health, wisdom, and spiritual peace. And this month, the universe is reminding you that your prosperity cannot be measured only in numbers, but in alignment with your soul. So if you've been waiting for a breakthrough, know that the Scorpio Tarot September Abundance archetypes are already showing up for you. Symbols like the Empress, who embodies fertility and growth, the Star, who brings hope and renewal, and the Ace of Pentacles, which promises new beginnings in the material world. And these are not random cards. They are mirrors of your energy in September 2025, reminding you that abundance follows intention and clarity, not fear and scarcity. So how do you unlock it? Start by shifting your inner dialogue, because if you speak lack, you attract lack. But if you speak gratitude, you magnetize blessings. And this is why your daily practices matter, whether it's journaling affirmations, visualizing your goals, or even taking small steps to release old debts and obligations. Every act of faith opens another door. And this month, your Scorpio September astrology message is that abundance is available but requires participation, not passivity. So do not wait for miracles without moving toward them. Instead, align your choices with the energy shift already underway, because abundance is not something you chase. It is something you allow, something you receive by stepping into the flow of life. And yes, that flow may challenge you at first, asking you to let go of toxic attachments or outdated beliefs. But the reward is worth it, because once you create space, the universe fills it with blessings. So remember, Scorpio, your September cosmic message is not only about wealth entering your bank account, but also about richness filling your heart, your relationships, and your spirit. And the more you focus on inner prosperity, the more the outer world mirrors it back to you, which is why this month is a sacred reminder. Abundance is not a possession. It is a frequency, and when you embody it, you become unstoppable in attracting every blessing meant for you. Scorpio, as we move deeper into this month, you will begin to feel a powerful energy shift in September 2025. And this is not just an emotional fluctuation, but a cosmic turning point designed to push you out of stagnation and into movement. And the key word here is alignment, because the universe is shifting the currents beneath your feet to guide you where abundance waits. So when we speak of a Scorpio energy shift, September 2025, we are describing a recalibration of your spiritual frequency, one that highlights where you've been out of balance and demands that you realign. And this may come in the form of sudden endings, unexpected conversations, or internal realizations that feel overwhelming at first. But trust that every shakeup is a step toward breakthrough, and the Scorpio cosmic message September 2025 is very clear. You cannot cling to the old and expect the new to arrive. So do not fear the discomfort of change, because it is the bridge to your transformation. And if you have been sensing restlessness, like something inside of you knows a bigger chapter is waiting, then this is confirmation that the shift is already happening. So how do you navigate it? Begin by grounding your energy, Scorpio, through meditation, journaling, or even simple practices like walking under the moonlight or placing your hands over your heart to reconnect with your intuition, because the shift is less about external chaos and more about internal clarity. And if you listen to your inner voice, you will find that the guidance is already there, leading you step by step toward abundance. But beware, if you resist, if you hold on to what is collapsing, the energy may feel like a storm. So instead of fighting, surrender and trust that the universe has already mapped your path. Because this month's message is not punishment, it is preparation. And you are being prepared for blessings that require a stronger, clearer, and freer version of you. So Scorpio, let the September energy shift cleanse, redirect, and awaken you. For it is not here to take away what you need, but to deliver what you have prayed for. And the moment you embrace this truth is the moment abundance flows with ease. Because alignment with the cosmic rhythm is the only real power you need. Scorpio, now that you understand the intensity of the energy shift, it's time to lean into the spiritual guidance of September 2025. Because the universe is not only shaking your foundations, it is also whispering directions, sending signs, and offering protection so that you don't lose your way. And this is where your Scorpio spiritual guidance, September, becomes essential. Because guidance is not always loud or obvious. It often arrives in subtle forms, recurring dreams, repeated numbers, feathers on your path, or even a conversation that seems random, but carries exactly the message you needed to hear. And when these synchronicities appear, they are not coincidences. They are part of the Scorpio cosmic message September 2025, reminding you that your higher self and your guides are walking beside you, nudging you toward abundance and away from harm. So if you've been asking for a sign, take this as your answer. You are not alone in this journey. You are being directed toward opportunities that align with your soul. And yes, sometimes this guidance will ask you to pause, to wait, to trust divine timing instead of forcing outcomes. Because abundance flows when you are in rhythm with the universe, not when you are rushing against it. So Scorpio, use this month to cultivate stillness, to practice listening more than speaking, observing more than reacting. And in that silence, you will notice that the path becomes clearer, because your intuition, heightened by the lunar cycle, is your compass. And every time you honor it, you strengthen your connection with the divine. So if doubts creep in, remind yourself that spiritual guidance does not always eliminate uncertainty, but it always provides reassurance that you are on the right path. And this is the true essence of your Scorpio September astrology message. Abundance is not simply given. It is guided, step by step, moment by moment, until you find yourself standing exactly where you are meant to be. And in September 2025, that place is one of breakthrough, prosperity, and inner peace. But only if you trust the signs, follow the whispers, and believe that the unseen world is working tirelessly for your highest good. Scorpio, everything we've uncovered so far, the lunar revelations, the astrology messages, the energy shifts, And the spiritual guidance has been leading you here, to the heart of September's most important truth, transformation, because this is the month where you are invited to shed what no longer belongs and step fully into who you are becoming. And when we say Scorpio Transformation September 2025, it isn't just a poetic phrase. It is the essence of your zodiac energy brought to life. For transformation is what defines you. And September is activating that gift at full power. So expect situations that push you to face your shadows, confront old wounds, and release cycles you've outgrown. Because the Scorpio Zodiac September 2025 journey is about more than surviving. It's about rising stronger, wiser, and freer than before. And yes, this can feel uncomfortable, like peeling away layers of yourself you thought you needed. But the cosmic truth is that every ending is creating space for a new beginning. And this month the lunar cycle amplifies that lesson, showing you that when you let go, you do not lose, you expand, you evolve. You invite abundance to flow in where scarcity once lived. And that is why this transformation is directly linked to your prosperity. Because wealth, love, and peace cannot flourish in the soil of old pain. So Scorpio, embrace this sacred shedding and do not mistake it for loss. For like the serpent leaving behind its skin, you are stepping into a body, a soul, and a destiny that fits the person you have become. And the Scorpio September Horoscope 2025 is clear. You are moving from survival mode into creation mode, where instead of reacting to life, you begin shaping it with intention, clarity, and spiritual power. So do not fear the storms of this month. See them as the alchemy that refines you. Because on the other side of this transformation lies the abundance you've been seeking, and the universe is reminding you that this was never about punishment. It was about preparation, preparing you for blessings so great that only the transformed version of you can carry them. And this is why September 2025 is not just another month. It is a turning point, the month your rebirth begins. Scorpio, as we bring this powerful message to a close, remember that your entire journey through September 2025 is tied to the rhythm of the lunar cycle, and everything you felt, the release of the full moon, the fresh intentions of the new moon, the warnings and blessings of your September horoscope, the shifts of energy, the spiritual guidance, and the deep transformation has been building toward one truth. Your abundance depends on how you align with this cosmic flow. So do not take this as just another Scorpio September astrology message, but as a living reminder that the universe is actively working with you, showing you signs, nudging you through challenges, and preparing you for breakthroughs that will shape not only this month, but the rest of your year. And the Scorpio September full moon and new moon September 2025 are the gateways, the sacred doors you must walk through with clarity and courage, because your soul is being asked to trust, to release, to plant, and to transform. And if you hold on to this truth, you will find yourself rising into a new season of prosperity, wisdom, and inner peace. So take this Scorpio cosmic message September 2025 as your confirmation that you are on the right path. You are not alone, and your abundance is closer than you think. And before you go, I want to thank you for sharing this sacred moment with me, because your presence here proves that you are ready for the next chapter of your Scorpio Zodiac September 2025 journey. And if this message spoke to you, if you felt the resonance of truth in your spirit, please like this video, share it with another Scorpio who needs this reminder, and subscribe so you never miss another message from the universe. Because together, we are creating a space where wisdom, guidance, and abundance can flow freely. And I thank you deeply for being here. May your September be blessed with transformation and prosperity.